Begin by locating the jack points under the side skirts on both sides of the vehicle. Place your jack under the jack point and jack the vehicle up. Remove the lug nuts on your tire and take off your tire. Remove the brake fluid reservoir cap. Remove this cap on this nozzle on the brake caliper. Remove these rubber seal caps on the top and bottom of the caliper. Unscrew both bolts which were covered by these seal caps. Use a screwdriver to pry off the caliper clip. Pry a screwdriver between the caliper piston and the brake pad to relieve the caliper piston tension and remove the brake caliper. Hang the brake caliper using an old coat hanger. Do not let the brake caliper hang by itself. Use a screwdriver again to pry off the brake pad. Unscrew the other two bolts on the back of the caliper frame. Use a manual impact tool to unloosen the set screw in the rotor. Do this by banging on the back of the manual impact with a hammer while twisting the set screw out. This is a picture of the manual impact that I used. After the set screw is removed, take off the rotor. Clean the caliper frame by spraying brake cleaner on it. Use a caliper compressor tool to compress the piston of the caliper. Remove the other old brake pad from the caliper, then put the new rotor on. Screw the set screw back into place, but be careful and do not make it too tight. Put the caliper frame back onto the rotor and screw it in using the bolts that you previously removed. Grease the side of the caliper that does not have pistons. Apply grease to the backs of both of your brake pads. This is a lubricant that I use to grease them. Install both new brake pads and put the caliper onto its frame. Grease the other two caliper bolts using the same lubricant. Put them both back into the place that you removed them from and tighten them. Put the caliper clip back onto the caliper. Reinstall the rubber seal caps that you previously removed. Put the rubber cap back on the nozzle. Put your lug nuts back onto the tires and tighten them. Repeat this entire process on both sides of the car. Remove the jack stands from under the vehicle and lower it to the ground.